Renee, can I ask first about Stina, Frida and Daphne van Domselaar not being in the squad?
Yeah, so there's different reasons. They're all individual cases. Pre-season is about building all players in the right way, and it doesn't mean they're not available or injured. It's just different players we want to see, and we manage the players in different ways. But they've all looked great since they come back.
And I don't want to over-index what happens in a pre-season game too much because there's so many factors and players at different levels. But one of the things we talked about at the end of last season is perhaps games being a bit too transitional, a few 4-3s, another 4-3 here. I think Spurs look very different. They look a lot more aggressive. Do you put that down to it just being a pre-season game, or are there things you're working on to kind of try and counteract that a bit?
Well, there's such a wider context to pre-season games because there's so many other things. There's minutes that we need to build, and for that reason, players playing out of position. There's new relationships. Players have just come back from the Euros and start building a couple that played their first minutes today. We have academy players that we want to see and that get minutes. So and there's actually quite some positives there. So there's a wider context. So we don't. The result it doesn't define us, and it's not something that we are too worried about. But we do look at performances, and we wanna learn. So it was good this game happened. We don't like losing at all, but we need to put it into a bigger perspective. And there's so many learnings for us here. I think they came out and did something new compared to last season. They're very physical, press very aggressively, and more teams do that in the league. And so hence why the game becomes more transitional. So that's something new that's happening in the league that we need to manage. So in that sense, I'm happy that we got the game today. So we got a real big test. And
can I just ask one more? Steph Catley was captain today. Have you refreshed the leadership group at all? Is there anything to communicate on that?
No, not before. Everything is cleared and communicated internally. But all I can say here is that we have a lot of leaders in the team, and so it's a luxury position. And part of my philosophy is to empower as many people as possible.
Thank you.
Renee, congratulations on the Champions League again. How does a win like that motivate you to do well for the upcoming 2025 season?
Yeah, I know it's definitely motivating because that's what you do it all for. You wanna progress and make things better and make things sustainable and create consistency in order to win things. And that's our business and that's what we love. So it definitely creates motivation. It does, but it also creates, or that winning is hard and the margins are small. So a lot of things have to go really well for you to win. And everything that we have within our control, we're going to try to control.
Obviously, with the caveat again of it, it's just pre-season, as you kind of hinted at, conceding 4 goals is never a good thing. Are you happy with, I suppose, where the defence is and the defensive side of the team is in the moment, or does it maybe need an additional 2 before the first game?
No, I'm like I've been saying before. I'm happy with the squad. The window is still open, so we're always looking to strengthen. But we're really happy with the players that are here. And what you see is players getting first minutes back. Of course, Cody has been out for a long time. She's building. Lotte got her first minutes. We wanted to see an academy player at the end of the game. New players coming in and learning about the style of play. So there's a lot of context to everything, but I'm happy with the squad.
And 60 minutes for Bethany today, does that show she's very much in your plans for the season ahead?
Beth is an Arsenal player, so I'm building with the squad that I have. Thank you.
Speaking on the defenders, how big a miss will Leah Williamson be at the start of the next season?
Yeah, of course, Leah has been very important for us last season. She's really good in possession with her progressive passing. She's very intelligent out of possession as well. She's a leader. So she's been important for us, but we have a really big squad and a lot of good players. So when this happens, sometimes that's part of football, that players aren't available, then we have the next one to come in.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Helen?
Yeah, just very quickly. So you mentioned to Tim about, even though it was a loss, there were positives. Can you give us a couple of the positives from today?
Yeah, so a part of it is that we see players in new positions. We've seen academy players today, and I was happy with Sophie Harwood, for example. I think what we did out of possession today was it was very challenging because again we have players that play in different positions that they normally don't play in. We have the first players coming back now after the summer, and they are put together out on the pitch with new relationships. And the way Tottenham played was challenging from a problem-solving perspective. So that's a part of the game that I'm really happy with.
And the one thing I'm asking everybody, actually, because we've been doing this thing about Lisbon in May, obviously quite a happy time for you. Can you remember just like a couple of things that sort of flash into your memory when you think back to it?
To the Champions League final?
Yeah. So you're smiling and me.
Yeah, no, I think one big moment for me was 10-15 minutes into the game. Because of course you try to visualize how is this game going to look and is our game plan going to work. And after 10-15 minutes I felt like, okay, things are working. And the belief started growing, I think, on our end, down the sideline, but also with the players on the pitch. That was a special moment. Yeah.
And how did you celebrate afterwards?
Yeah, a lot.
Brilliant, thank you very much.